Okay? So, what is happening in Uganda today? 99% of the politicians, you only have to say what they want to, what the people want to hear. So I don't think.
The reason why I ask because we are having a lot of artists who are moving from the industry and they are coming to the political side. We have Bobby Wine, Chagulani. Then we also have Alpha Aganaga right now, who is standing for an MP in Kawempe. He also stood himself. So everybody was expecting, because you big size Bebe, you've been a person who has been helping the young people. So everybody was expecting Bebe Kula Vayodi. And the fact that you are close with the president, I should say, or you connect with him on another level, people expected you either to come out and represent, you know, the yellow community, or you are that.
If young people, if one day young people believe in people of truth and hard work and genuinity, and they ask me to go for office on the basis of truth and service, I would. But the politics of the country has been designed by the opposition to only say what they want to hear.
Batulimba.
So they are telling us what we want to hear, but not what we must hear.
What you must hear. What you must hear is what helps you. But you, what you want to hear is what you think helps you.
Kati awo njagala okubuuliza.
So Bebe bwe yesimba agenda kwogera mazima.
Ate muvene kurale mugende. Mugende oyo tetujja muwakalulu kati lwaki mmala obudde. And that's actually why we are having bad leaders now. Because the good leaders say the truth and they come out babaga oyo tetwagala era mbiraba ekawempa, they just laugh. Nenga kale tunula look. Era abantu bekawempa lunamalanga after 10 years from now complaining. Okay, tugamba the members of parliament don't do direct work, but bwoweereza omuntu omuyabayaba tasobola kuteesa eri mu parliament bateesezaayo mu luzungu.
Nina benda bemanyi nga bayimbi naye sibalabangako wali eri nga bateesa babalonda ku bwa MP.
Okitegedde
sibalabanga
balinga bayiri babivulu.
Simanyi oba bwe baddayo ku constituency yaabwe bakola oba nedda.
Abasajja abo amazima tugoogere balinga bapromota babivulu bamanyija nga bemasaka. Tetuganye omuntu yenna asobola okubeera member parliament naye ebintu ebimu tubirekera abantu abakolaki.
Ati kyembuuza bwe baddayo constituency zaabwe bakola Kosoizo kubanga mu parliament tuyogera naye bwoddayo ku kyalo
ate ku kyalo tulina ky'osobola kukolayo omulimu gwe legislating. Okitegedde omulimu gw'okutuusa nsonga. Kati ensonga ekizibu eri emmeeza gye baziteesezaako mu luzungu n'ebitabo mu mutwe ng'omanyi
mulimu ekyali mu parliament atamanyi luzungu.
How are you?
Olw'okuteesa wali katuuti
kati ebyebintu oba olina okuba nga ovudde bwe tugamba oluzungu tetugamba how are you fine
parliament nga gonde bwe yaluyita.
Olina okumanya how parliament works, how
to speak with
how governance works. Actually not just parliament but governance ekola etya. Okitegedde kati kyovola abantu abasajja bambi bwe batuuka beekweka ne batuula eri emabega
n'abamu ne batubeerawo nga tetubalabanga nako.
Yeyo ensonga tubadde nekituukamu wali kyovolaba omugenzi rest in peace Segiriya ye yali asigaza kintu kyeno kyakudduka misinde ku kkubo na ambulance kuba yamanya wali bwe yatuuka n'ategeerakadeeri n'akola obuntu bwe ku ttaka.
Kati awo wennyini we mbadde njala okubuuliza gwe ngaali ku sayidi eno olinayo abantu bolaba aba opposition n'ogamba nti yes oyo akoledde abantu oba oyo asaanidde mu kifo ekyo kyonna kyalimu.
Ate era ngenda kuddamu nkugambe nti bamemba ba parliament tebakola bintu by'abantu
bateesa ogwogamba nti nti oyo asobodde oteesereza abantu be oba aleese ebimu ku binyiga abantu baabwe.
No. Mulimu abateeseza obulungi ennyo abali ku opposition. Omuntu nga Nsereko ebintu byateesa bibamu amagezi byamaanyi lwakuba byetaaga obwongo ngeri obulaba bw'oba omuyabayaba toyinza kutegeera Nsereko. Omuntu nga nali njagala nnyo gundi naye akuba yantama biseera abeera kuvuma mukulembeze wa ggwanga yani wa FDC Semujunganda. Now Semujunganda yatandika ng'omuntu ali atenga aleta points. Naye kati kizibu kye ye kizibu kye State House Museveni mukyala we ne Muhoozi ye kizibu.
The people that are there is his problem.
Atuuka n'ava ku kyamutwaza.
Ekifo ky'oku let me give you a scenario. Very clear. The one of my best friends here, Honorable Mao. Namala over 15 years Nanzene Unyobungu Bumsaju. That's one of the most intelligent men on earth. I can guarantee that he's among the top, you know, among the 5 mu Africa also kutunulira. Anti that is but Wednesday. One time nabeera nga walamuka musajja gwe ngoyina amagezi ma, you're so bright. How are you going to feel when you die without using that brain for your country? Nagamba, now how? I have tried. Namugamba, no, maybe you're trying the wrong way. Because the idea is Katonda ajja kubuuza gwe Uganda bwe najigwa wagikolera ki? Nakuwa omwongo wagikolera ki? Genda mu muliro. And jokingly, because we used to meet at Shell and discuss those things. That's why I don't underestimate those men. They give young people time. So one time we went deep and I asked him, have you ever thought about going to the president and asking him for the best office that you can sit in and make the changes you're asking for? Because the president is in his office.
He cannot come and
he cannot be here. So if you say you know better the law,
why don't you ask
why
him?
don't you go? I swear to God, to White over 2 years, and Mao was in there. It doesn't mean that Mao is NRM, no. But Mao now is changing things from the inside. Okay?
Like if you cannot beat the game, play the game.
Play the game. And you see that is the best way. If you want to change a person, you have to be with that person. Okay? So the others, what they do, they stay outside there and shout. Shouting does not happen. Munanga, it depends on how ignorant. Ignorance sikuvuma emanya y'omuntu. Okay? Abantu abamukale kanjete kuntegeera. Most of these people, their issue is they're in the opposition to make money. Because there's a platform for making money. If you pull them out, nobody attend. They know they want to make money. That's the truth. Otherwise, that's why you see the president have a FACO.
So they are there for selfish reasons.
Exactly. But the only reason why for life I refuse to work with that side is because when you play with people's pain, actually bote bamanyi naye kino kyembagamba era bakitwala balina okumanya nti olunaku lumu abantu bwe babali bategeera nti badde babazanyira ku bizibu byabwe nga bye bakozesa okuteeka platform zaabwe okugaggawala bajja kubookya n'abaana bwe babalye.
We are still with Bebe Cola 100.2 Galaxy FM. When we come back, tukyali naye for the next 1 hour. Then okay, tatambudde ne sente but so when I'm on social media babifinga
the next thing will be Bagita concert, Zina concert.
Yes.
Zina Carnival.
Zina Carnival.
Yes.
Abotebambona.
Sing! On our next event, Zina Carnival is the carnival will be around May. May. Big size Bebe Cola confirming ze. Ebirala bajja kwogera n'omugagga bajja kwesooti. Some quick questions, Bebe. Who are your favorite about 5-10 artists right about now? Locally.
You'll have okay. Alien, Kitaka. I like this young guy. Of course, Barack. Joshua. There's this young guy. Mitani. He came and performed in Chwatuli. Very tiny. He puts on very big shoes. Kapeke.
Kapeke Nwose.
Kapeke ya Nwose.
Yeah, that you.
I was like that.
I like his versatility.
What are the women?
The girl, Annie, or Morawa Jeff.
Have a piece.
I think I like her game. I think I like her game.
Second question. Who are Bebe Cool's best friends? Who is some of those people you call knowing that you're free with them, your best friends? Go J Konze.
I like that's where you're going.
I mean, what I can tell you, Nimrod,
yeah.
In the Castora with Simi ya Bebe ngevuga kusimio. Gwemanya olitano. Very good friend.
Nimrod. Nimrod is not gonna let us rest.
Because it's so dala nze sibola.
Yeah.
Ekyokubiri. I don't entertain abantu abatali constructive. Kati abantu bonna bembeera nabo.
Bayina constructive.
Babeera okay.
Bayina kyobagattako nawe oyina kyobagattako.
Nsobola okubaggyako. Bwekitegeera. When a meeting ono
Deno.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a kid.
Naye
ngaali kali aggressive.
He knows what he wants.
Era leero wenzize ne musanga wana. I mean, you just imagine singa tusateekawo platform eyo. Era naye alibadde agamba nti sijja kuba nyimba z'oyo guy. So I have made it a routine to make people my friends.
Yeah.
First thing you do when you wake up?
Take a glass of water.
Okay.
Last thing you do at the end of the day, like when you're going to sleep?
Watch TV.
And speaking of Gargamel, I want to know, where does Gargamel end and where does Bebe Cool start? Like the difference between you guys are one.
The world is new. Everything enters in each other. Gargamel will not end. They are to recruiting kati bavuka bato to take on the brand. But I also would want to put a platform that makes them proud.
Yeah.
That's why you see I'm trying to do some things towards the end. Then later on, if possible, I can I'm just recreating a route to see can a Ugandan artist break worldwide. If so be, sijateka sente muyimbi atali mwana wangu. So mbanja kuata my daughter mtekemu sente ezo agende wansonga nti abayimbi bazibu nnyo tebategeera the difficult way ebizibu ebiriwo the hardships when someone invests in you, their money in you. On the local level.
Yeah, and it's really hurting,
when you want to push internationally where you spend thousands of dollars. I recently felt the pain there. Manager wa AGamba. I don't know what the problem was, but the first thing as an artist, you should think about a person's money.
Do you talk to them? Bolabanga industry shatalinzemu katinga Katale Kando never breaking up as a father in the industry. Yeah. Do you get involved more?
I only get involved when people come for advice.
Yes.
Some of these things you can only comment publicly that much like now here. But really I can't go out there and embuze. But if people need actual information, if they reach out,
when they need you and you call you,
then they get it, because these facts is just about opening people's minds. Mugamba, someone is giving you a car is wasting your time. The other person who has done ABCD for you,
who has made you for the other person.
I hate to comment about Rema's career. She's successful, she's happy. But one time I said it that for me where I wanted her to be was the Yemis. Because that woman was she's talented. You know that talent. But then later I saw an interview, she said she was very happy, but that's where I wanted her. But she had where she wanted to be, and she's where she wanted to be. So that's where now the lines are crossed. So when it comes to Gargamel now, should I continue grooming artists? I can help artists. I don't have a problem. I can support them. I can do anything.
But that is when somebody asks for that help.
But I cannot invest my direct cash in an artist unless if it is my own son or daughter. Because it's when zifirwa
Alpha anya musaliro team jalaga. Do you get involved, or it is his career now?
No, of course I get involved. I'm the father, I'm the acting agent. Alpha is not a footballer by mistake, and I'm not his father or stroke agent by mistake. We started this thing together. So we advise each other, but we pick information, we get a lot of things. In the next few years, people will know about me and football in Uganda. I've got an academy. I'm a member of. We started an academy 7 years ago in one of in Uganda here. So, but I will let the public know about the whole thing.
So, what agent were Alpha? Decision yes. Ompira
oberamu babiri mberamu ate also ngero omuzadde yenna alina okubeera involved
mu career z'abaana
also asok protecting
and your daughter she has shown an interest in music. I saw a video that you posted of her and she was doing one of the classics on the piano and you're like, you would be proud if she came like up to you and she told you that, Daddy, I want to be an artist. You would support her.
Yes. I wouldn't want. Alan's choosing a different path. I would also want to see if my daughter could choose a path that could rhyme with my thinking. I mean, the change is.
Walawo no mukirizo kujja mu industry. Ngate lize industry nawo jimanyi.
Anti webanga sente weeri.
Tubayisamu egaali tukola
my children have gone through the session of being humiliated.
Okay.
By humiliating their father the way their father has been humiliated in this country
several times,
you're not going to shake them anymore. And that's why I even laugh at people who attack Alpha. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he's quiet. Because he has seen people, some Tatawe family, Mama. He has grown to have a thick skin. So, my daughter the same. Yeah, Auntie Kat, it doesn't mean otherwise I would have told all of nobody about it. But you can see they're in football.
Alufono nkulaba omututeko mbatendesa abenjawulo uli England, uno Spain, like Alufo lusinga no waba asamba obeerayo eri mu Russia then nabeera nakiri eri n'asamba kansambe mukyala wanga ndaba oba otegedde njogereyo n'ateekamu gali eri amaanyi gonna alabise biri eri byonna ebimalayo. Alpha kikyogamba nti no kino kikyagaanyeemu nti naye nga tujja kutuukawo.
Tewaliwo kintu kibeera straight mu life. There's no career that just comes. I mean, you've told me you wanted to be a star. But to be a star, you know the challenges you've gone through. So for me, when I'm building my children's careers or helping them to build their careers, I'm realistic to them. Things are not going to come just because you're who you are. No, you're going to face challenges. And the number one challenge that my children face is, now like for football, I don't know where this idea came from that football is for only the less privileged. Nti omupiira gwina kusambibwa abantu baavu. Omwana w'omugagga ye
obusawo obeera so ayagala yasamba.
Anti kakati ekikwewuunyisa kiri very simple. Nti omupiira teguli Uganda yokka. Mu nsi z'ebweru si byayagala yasamba. Community.
It's a profession.
Kati nze nakimanya nti of course abantu abamu bajja kukolanga ebintu. Twayitambizibwawo ku express. That's one of the reasons why kinajjayo. The truth olunaku lwenakera ku makya nenjogera ekintu ekyatuleetera okuviira ddala ku express bannayuganda bajja kukyawa omusajja omu. So nowala n'omwana for political reasons. Okitegedde oyo mwana abaana bemulaba
ate ng'omwana tali mu politics
very innocent kid yalwanira bulamu bwe naye ayagala asambe yetambulira singa yali mu music gye nina influence mwaligambye kale kuba mwakiteekako Alan paka mwamulemesa okitegeera but then anti because buli muntu alina strength ye Alan is not that much is a very alina obunafu we so ojja kati nga sendi kyeyakola nogire ku mwana ali mu kwerwanako you can easily discourage someone's child oba okitegeera kyovula nze my life sikiriza muntu akozesa discouraging words
you can advise but don't discourage actually it was abusive if I may say you don't say those words
yes so but I'm very sure that inshallah if tuli balamu my life and my family's life is a book to be written completed and it will be read
okay
and it will make a difference in people's lives
wa performingako ku birthday ya Mandela wawulira otya ye okugendayo bakusasula
ndibansasula Airtel yampa 15,000
yes
nga pocket money nengulira ya ticket 2 omuntu gwe nagenda naye yava mu company ne bansuza in the most expensive hotel in UK mu hotel eyo mwenyini ne Mandela mwe yasula neba Will Smith bonna ba celebrities stars twalimu era we have those are one of my best pictures ever yenina
and achievements because you don't no one will do that
happen again
because Mandela rested
I mean I performed in front of over 2 million people Hyde Park it's like a festival place Hyde Park nene nye London okay then ku TV abali balaba live because CNN went live okay wali over 2 billion people watching live okitegeera so that doesn't happen a second time
and speaking of regrets what are some of those things you wished you would have done in your career earlier on
not done but I wish I had the money the money actually is the actual key factor that determines how far an artist can go so we had the ideas here and there but because we lacked the funds
you
could only go to Nairobi come back
because now I can see it I wake up in the morning and say I'm going to London I want to be on this radio I want to be in this podcast
and your book
here and
you take madam to London for a week
that's why you see that's why you see Joshua under a record company because it's a record company signing nayo eri moving things are happening so fetwa tukola haso ngera bola abayimbi we bagikola wano so sometimes you can blame them tiba ngabo enkola nti abanaye tukola bikoma wano but maybe the limit is just finances kati that's where for getting a close to president gatugeza ko kumulaga ulwachi twetaga full attention ye kuchi ku sector wechegere tandikira ku mateeka copyright law Kujja kumulaga nti yes you can invest in 10 artists every year you just get $10 million buli artist no muteka mu 1 million every year no manya nti $1 million agenda ku aina management katugambe Swangs einako omuyimbi omu 1 million Gaga mere inako omuyimbi omu 1 million Firebase inako omuyimbi omu 1 million ne record companies endala gwe no distributing nabaga kati mumpa abaana bemugenda okola ki kati pushinga twagala abaana babere nga bali bayimbye ne ba Wizkid baani as simple as that
nga sina bagenda ku kya copyright njagala soka kubuuza ani yatandika Firebase
nze
so gwe watandika Firebase
yes
chaka bikibadde kyewunyisa basenga tubadde tumanyi oli yagitandika kakati ku kya copyright
nze bwenvaamu ye na insisting okusigala n'erinnya ne bali kuba twali tukoze ekintu ekyo kyantiisa nnyo kuba nze nali engeri gyenva mu family gyenvaamu it wasn't a good act. So nembaga mmanyi Kamili agenda tuleka because abantu bafavorinze ye bwomu. 3 people can't be fighting one person. People will favor the one person. Tulina okutula group tugende single naffe tuddeyo mu sympathetic voting ng'ojja olwana naye nga muntu omukulu nanyiga nvuma nnyo nnyo n'akwata balina abatwala nga yalaba ekya group kikola ki kati nze nali mmaze okitegeera nti oli omulenzi ajja tuleka mayiro 5 because twatuukangawo ngwire concert oziraba mugenze mu bifo performinga naye nga abantu bakwendulu naye nga akasajja bwe kajjako kabweka kasaanikira buli kintu because of favor. Kakati bw'oba oli mu business ate toyinza kufiweringa ate bikuba.
You have to like.
So that's how I left and made Gagame.
Battle of Champions.
You guys made history.
Sure ne yawangula Bebe.
Aleka nawe mwine emitima ebiri. Sia majike muli shuwa mutya. Mujjeyo olutambi.
Eno battle yaggwa ani yawangula Shiba Cindy.
Of course, Shiba was not going to beat Cindy. You see, a battle is from experience. So, and I know, Katichiringa Avapiece wagenda okuyimba battling ne Shiba. Avapiece ngafunye 10-15 hits. For now, Shiba ne bwatayongerako. Avapiece tumuwe 20 hit songs. Najjo kubattlinga ne Shiba. Ebera nsobi.
I mean,
Cindy, omanyi Cindy.
Who should we see?
Oyo n'abasajja twalinga nga bwalinya stage owulira eddoboozi ga atufudde.
Kasaka gama
My friend.
Ani gwe tulaba now wasobola okubattlinga.
Which
can Saha go against Kenzo?
You see, battle has a reason. It began with us because we had fans who needed to prove to each other that we are best. It's not just a choice because oli muyimbi nange ndi muyimbi. That's why they can't make sense. Okitegedde. Fe kati bw'okireeta mu Shiba ne Cindy. Shiba nsogamba nti no, they needed that generation to see if it has really conquered ours. Okay? Nti Cindy ava mu generation eri Shiba mwenu. Kakati. Kati that now can be a battle. Okitegedde. Kati there's a mistake era omugenzi radio, rest in peace, gye bakola with me. You don't battle with Bebe. Nga toli wa generation yange. So Bobby mwalaba kinamukola wa generation yange.
You made him wear his shoes.
Kamili ye yaganirawo at that time. Okay? Kubanga the game was try to win Okola because battle ya soka yali ya Kamili ne Bobby. It was a small one. Because abagitegeka tebamanya nti abantu bakimanyi nti ddala Bobby tasobola competing nani ne Kamili, so it didn't make news. Era kali ku katikati. Kakati
made a lot of sense because there was
fiction ya man. Then unze ne Kamili, it was going to make a lot of sense because tulina okumanya ani ddala asinga. Ebyo era that is one concert abantu gyose okusibirako ssente ne batula ku side ya Kamili.
So right now, if that concert is to happen, or
you were talking about it recently.
Would you allow it?
The truth is, it's a money thing. And it can never go below, let's say, $1 million or so. I can't. Because no. Let me tell you this.
So Simba anakuwa $1 million,
$1 million, n'abategesi nabo $1 million okutegeka.
Okutegeka a best event like
abategesi twagala 5 ku each side. You get 5 promoters, give them an opportunity
to push their artists. Now, but
battle yange Joseph, it's not just a battle. This is Africa.
It's a life experience. Shut up.
Whereby MTV na Kujja netula omwezi mulamba
big people.
Filming industry nebigenda maaso. Government yefunamu ebyo byonna ebya MTV kutunda Uganda. You're talking about 2 people who have contributed to the existing industry where millions of young people are benefiting today. You can't come to me with a million echikumi bibiri. Are you mad? A battle can easily leave one of us injured.
One will die.
One will die.
Who will die? Bebe, who will die?
Zendozo manyina. In sports where you control your voice, no, those will subira katirikoye no take away.
Because when you kujira mukase
bingi nyonga ate so that it's not just coming up hiti zange zonna zezisemba ngena mukube sawa 2 osoka nokuba konya bweziti
balede bagwayo
ne batandika ezize
Bobby yakole ekyo watandika okuba ezange ngezize ziwedde abizayo
eyo no bato najiwakanirako ne muzeeyi
nateekamu ezanga
najiwakanirako ne muzeeyi nga ndi kusaidia Bobby aliko ono
balede bagwayo ne bagenda Bebe nasigala ku stage
bwomu nenkuba shopa kasaa kumbi erentebe tebajja. But you see, people should witness. This generation should witness such things. Like a performance, Bebe battling Chameleon. It can't be just a stage. It is a lot of things that would happen in one single day.
People have to dress up for that day.
You know?
You have to come out for that day because it's a whole night performance, by the way.
6 to 6. Last man standing.
Enyimba weziri.
Weziri atechi.
Enyimba weziri.
Akati olaba ku bato ya radio. Kati nze namanya bali banywa nnyo.
Our album Break the Chain. Big Size Bebe Cool is here. We have to wind up. We have to let it go.
Kamubuuzeyo nga etumaliriza.
Has to go and do that.
Bebe yegwe omuntu abadde awo nga buli ayagala ajja n'afuma n'agenda n'ajja n'amanyiira n'agenda nga si yegwe omuntu atera nnyo okubaddira baba bakubeerako ne kibagambe ba kibakoze. Naye this time round twalabyeko Alex Muhangi ne Papreza intention to sue. Kyabadde kitya?
I just want my music down from his platform because statement Giacola is clear. So now that AGamba and people don't like Bebe Cool, so Jitegeza then music one in Aita Mugasa, so I'm pulling it down.
Okay, so the letter is basically to tell him
videos
when Naze performance at the comedy store. All the posters, BJO, we are clean.
In disregard of, you're disregarding a new, I would say, it is extremely disrespectful. My boy in Havana, but we've been to Umwana, we are in Sokulava, Najana, that.
Why has somebody said something like that?
Real? Is this real?
Why are you letting
you people should learn how to use social media. Be very careful of the things you do. And say. My friend.
Someone is
very effective. Ate ebintu ebimu bisobola okuleetera obuzibu point of no return. Kubakati when you go make such a statement, you're not only attacking a man's business, you're attacking their personality, you're attacking their family, you're really, he's cutting your social media, is making people believe everything is so bad about you. And then this is a person who has been so close to you.
Yes, that's where I was coming to.
Sometimes things like that bring out the true people.
Like the fake friends and the
exactly. Because you can be with someone over 40 years, but that same person, nga yazala abana mchalao, nga you don't know. So for me, I keep just thanking God that I have discovered.
Yeah, that's kawaii.
Hey, I mean, it's what I'm
those are
the things that are happening in real life.
Yeah.
You get it. So you pray to God that you get to know that person earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe he said it out of anger, out of frustration.
I can tell you that he's not the only person who was frustrated by the situation. Do you know that all my life, Buchanga Nyimba, all my life, I have never skipped a concert. That's the first one. And I'm very sure it could be the last one, unless if people disrespect me the way I was disrespected that night. And you know, let me give you a scenario, a cheap scenario. It's 8 o'clock and I've sent my wife to your event where I'm going to perform.
I saw her. I was there.
Why would I send my wife?
If you're not gonna come.
If I'm not gonna come, I don't joke with family. So and I've seen people argue.
Bebe, I know
that
shows
you
if it's a bad shows the
unless she's probably out with other girls, but if Bebe is performing somewhere and Zwena is there, Bebe has to come.
Then secondly, I don't deny I've got my money. Nina sent. Let's say I'm comfortable. Really, do I come there for money?
No.
Beba chachima sente kubivulu. Chichima sente kubivulu.
Because he did not pay you.
Now that I don't come for money, please, I still don't come to lose my respect. Okay?
Bebe, tusonyiwe Alex Muhanji.
Anze namusonyiwa, just nagatako kumwesonyiwa.
Because okay, nange chali wange, but I know what he said was disrespectful. If he apologized,
you see, I said namusonyiwa even before he apologized, because if apology was part of him, that would have been the next thing the next morning. You get it? Because then alcohol is off your head.
Because
surely.
Champagne, no,
it has nothing to do with champagne.
Sober.
No, it has nothing to do with champagne. I mean, when you mess the night,
and those remarks were saying.
No, I'm not about those remarks. I'm about just the post. I don't care what comes after.
It's the post.
It's the post.
It's the post.
Yes. And then before the post, it is me and my people who engaged that group for 1.5 hours. Okay?
Then the post was released after.
Then that's when I knew for sure I do so many mistakes when I do people favors. Remember, I came from a whole day event which was my presser.
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember, I had been asked to do a favor just the day before. On Tuesday afternoon. That's when I'm asked to please perform on Wednesday.
So they didn't even have the audacity to book you a week before.
You don't even want me to show you what I have on phone on that discussion.
Yeah.
But it's just a time comes when nebobera wachisa otuka nokuwa. Some of us, we can no longer be there kwewozako just to call ekintu n'otambula. That's why abantu abanenyanyo Joseph oyo Kamili ntera nnyo baga nti be very careful obonenya chameleon nga toyambalanga ku ngatto ze. So if you haven't put on my shoes,
don't pretend to be me.
Don't pretend to know what might have happened, but you just put the simplest scenarios in place. I mean, a man's wife is in place. What is the intention of the man? That's the first thing. Then secondly, you know I've got my money.
And you know
how much am I coming for?
Wakati mulese bintu ebyo
atolye migati mingi lyako mugati gumu
no musajja
bajja kwesotinga abandi bombi babeera ntinda side zeri those things will end.
Let me tell you something. Omusajja jako mukola abeera very protective of his family. So be very careful when you make certain things that can look like they attack the
family of that person.
Because when you attack my integrity to that level, onyigiriza nze ngenze okikonfirming nze sebo gwe okikonfirminga mu bantu
statement tugenda jijjayo
nze najijjayo naye
but still the damage was done.
Bebe Cool has a new song, Motivation.
You gotta be motivated.
Please be motivated
to not do the wrong things.
It is on all his social media. Stream it, love it, download.
And look out for the new album.
Yes, and the new album. The new album is yet to come out. No one has. No one has the album. It is yet to come out. Bebe, as we wind up, your last words to, first of all, the young artists, the fans out there, Gaga Meiro.
And it's Women's Day this week.
Women's
Day.
What
do you tell women? Let's start
with the
fans.
Fans.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Silamu bannange mwenna mbagaliza ekisibo ekirungi mbagaliza omutima mubeere bantu ba mitima mirungi munaaze ku mitima at least ennaku zino entono ezo zetusiiba ne tusaala so that eswala zammwe zibeereza ddala ate nammwe abatasobodde kusiiba nga nze mukolere abantu ebirungi nze nkyogera lwa nsonga nti njanya abantu bakolere abantu ebirungi si mu kisiibo mwokka naye throughout life mubeere bantu balungi. You don't nze nalwala munaye
kasitosibulula abantu gwe mulamwa
kakati of course to the fans as you said not only Gagama but now Uganda of course they are all fans of artists like Bebe Cool, artists like Chameleon, because for us we have done our part and strangely some of us are still pushing. Okay, so the issue is I want Ugandans to get together and support artists who are putting in a lot. Support artists who are serious. Supporting serious brands, serious people. Bemugezako kulaba. If you wake up, I saw in Kenya, they started a challenge to make BN 1 million followers on all his pages. That's what all Ugandans should do. Following pages of Bebe, streaming music wa Bebe, so that to get somewhere, following pages of Joshua Baraka, streaming music. We need to push a Ugandan or 2 or 3 somewhere besides politics. Okay, because politics yajja twawula mu ndowooza ya politics tetujja kukiriziganya. Okay, naye ebirala byonna
usaidie endongo tusigale nga tuli babali
sife ya Uganda tusigale nga because music azimba gwanga baana bammwe be bafuka abayimbi nze nvuddewo okitegeera nze ntereeza mulimu gw'abaana baana bagenda okujja ng'ekintu kitambula ffe sitwagala kireka just makindi no ffe twagala tukitwale New York twakitwale UK nga kyogerwako omusajja there's going to be an event in Bulu Lionel Richie bamuleeta babukingirako Burna Boy bamusasula $1 million then kakati kuliko 5 artists abamu north ne 5 artists from the rest of the country but the most expensive artist nga bali bamutaddeko $1,000 era event eri mubuzibu lwa kintu ekyo owa Uganda $1,000 million 5 nga Burna Boy alina akakadde ka dollars billion 3 million 7. How? Kifera mu fact era omuntu yakuba emmeeza mu Uganda akuba emmeeza bagamba this is not possible. Mwe mugamba nti tebali worth it. Mwe just mubasasule ekitone ennyo $10,000 egya dola oba 2 ffe tumanye nti $5,000 tugidistribute nze muki with respect. So kati never funds, that's what we're calling for. We're calling for full support for reasons. Nti toyina kyofiirwa following omuntu toyina kyofiirwa supporting ate nange kati instead of doing that album esente nalizikozeemu nalizikyakadde.
Your message to the Women's Day is on Saturday.
Happy Women's Day. That's of course a very special day because I mean Uganda itself is our motherland. So that's how important and special women can be. I believe it's a culture that we need to continue as a country to support women, empower them, respect them, guide them, love them. And in return, definitely, they will also do the same.
Okay. And of course, last but not least, the Nangambi Kugambe. Okozotya. They come a long way.
Even us, we are now friends.
So that is what
let us also create our own relationship.
Oli Akola Sheddako, he's called Real Kenny. He does the countdown, but for him, he's in the next show. So I don't know whether we should consider him. So,
am I invisible to you? Am I invisible to you?
Okay. So Varia, Real Kenny, DJ Deno, Nimrodi, Nebanros.
Nimrodi, vamos,
Chino Chemwankolera is the long years we have been together, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bebe, this is the first money I've ever eaten. I didn't even eat it. I had to do the upgrade because I promised the people an upgrade. Bebe delivered, and I had to make sure I get it. So Bebe,
esimu yoyandete dogs. Kasebo nokwe esimu ngama 13.
True. Because first of all, Banfuma. Oh no, Yanfuma. Nimrod, you're too big. Why are you begging? Why are you? I told the people, do you know my relationship with the Bebe?
That's my best friend.
Do you know how long we have been together? So, okay, you don't beg, me let me beg. Yeah, so Bebe, what's up?
And then Kleberson will return.
Kleberson nayo no more.
Kleberson ngatali yanguzi.
Okay.
Kali ya kick back.
Bebe does not lie. That's so bold.
Trianza big size.
Because Wagamba tosabiriza. No, from Twitter, you are begging. They're not all equal.
I want to put this straight.
Are you begging right now?
Let me first put this straight. The reason why I came out was because I don't want other DJs, because there's many DJs that look up to you.
I did not speak for
but
DJs.
What DJ banja bakulabirako. Kati banja Antino okuba music wa Bebe Cool amala kuwa chintu.
Segeza toliko taliko.
Ate nekirala wama nekirala kinalaba wawe.
Bebe Cool amanyi. Sege I've played your music for the longest time, not so.
Longest time no singanze.
No chimani.
No singanze.
Bebe Cool yansanga ndi motoka tyao Wendy okuba obutogo. We yansangako.
Deno osaba tosaba. Wagamba tosaba.
You build up. So what I am trying to say
is for you don't want the money we are asking
to say. Wandi badogamba bana Bebe kunze nga chaliwo for the longest time while we've been together. Appreciate me. Shtegera. Nero gamba muno ngenda fira ku circumference. Oshtegera.
Na motivation ngenda mufira ko. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for coming through. We hope to keep hosting you again and again. Evening Rush checking out. Real Ken is coming through in the top 7 at